What is up, everyone? It's me, Mr. Underhooks MMA, and I am back with another video. This is going to be more of a rant video where I just kind of go off on a topic like what do you call it? This one's going to be about boring fighters, and I'm just going to talk. I don't got a script. None of my videos are ever scripted. I do one take, no cuts. I just say whatever I think I have to say. If I didn't say everything I wanted to say, womp womp. I don't add anything really. But yeah. I'm just gonna, as I always say, get right into it. Oh, look, new Insta. Ooh, you guys should follow this. Pretty good, pretty good videos here. You know, where how do I get the next slide? You know, victory in the KFC Yum Arena over Jared Cannonier. Pretty important to him. Hold on, frick, I can't get that. Oh shoot. All right, work with me, guys. I'm gonna have to fix this. Let's see if I can fix it right here. Shoot. It's good enough. Okay. So, first thing that I'm going to say in this rant, stop complaining about boring fighters. I get it. Sometimes it's not fun to watch these guys fight. But when you really look at the stuff that's going on, they're not that boring. Like, look at Jailton Almeida. Ready? If I go on his Sherdog, best MMA website, by the way. This man finishes everyone that he beats. The only person in recent history he didn't finish was Derek Lewis. Look, ready? Romanov, submission. He got knocked out by Curtis Blades. Jairzinho Rosenstrike, submission. Shamil Dude, TKO. Anton Turkalj, this was at light heavyweight, I'm pretty sure. Rear naked. Parker Porter, this fat heavyweight, submission, rear naked choke. Round one. Look, guys, all his finishes are almost all of them come in the first round. This random Russian dude. Round two sub. This random guy. TKO in the first round. Look at all of these, bro. He's got one decision win. And you guys are complaining about this guy being boring? Bro. What? How do people complain about Jailton Almeida then not complain about some guy like Leon Edwards? Do you guys not realize that, by the way, when people complain about Bilal, it's just like you can't complain about Leon and not complain about Bilal. Leon has the same amount of finishes as Bilal does in like their last 10 fights. Ready? I'm gonna pull up both of their stats. Look at this. 17 decisions, 12 decisions. Look, Leon has 10 finishes, Bilal has 6. I get it's a big difference, but look. Bilal literally has more finishes on his win streak than Leon did. Leon, let's count his finishes. 1, 2, 3. Bilal on this win streak. 1, okay, 2. Fine. He's got one less. But even before this, he's still Leon doesn't get finishes, guys. Especially in the UFC. None of these guys get finishes. So if you're gonna complain about boring fighters, oh shoot. Wait, that probably looked really bad that whole time. Shoot, my bad, guys. But if you're gonna complain about boring fighters, you can't not complain about Leon and then complain about Bilal. Because their stats are identical. It's crazy, dude. How do people complain about this guy? Let me make this bigger, actually. This might help. This is gonna mess up my next picks video, but I don't care. We're talking about now. Shoot. Give me a second. Please don't click off. Love you guys. Okay, look. We're back again. Who else am I gonna talk about? Izzy. Izzy is kind of boring to watch, but look, he's got quite a few finishes too. He doesn't have that many decision wins. Knocked out Pereira, um, knocked out Paulo Costa, knocked out Robert Whitaker. Where's Derek Brunson? Yeah, knocked out Derek Brunson. He's got a lot of finishes, dude. So you can't even, Izzy is kind of boring, but you can't complain about it, bro. Like, you don't realize these fighters, why would they risk being exciting to um if there's a chance of them losing their fight? Do you know what I mean? Like Gaethje, he's one of the most entertaining fighters on the roster, right? But this dude's never touched gold. I get he's a very high ranked fighter, but every time he gets a title shot, he loses Just the way he fights, he's never gonna get to the belt because of that. There's not one super entertaining fighter besides Oliveira really that got to the belt. Even when you look at Michael Chandler, this dude is probably the most entertaining fighter in the UFC. Look at his UFC record. Win, loss, loss, win, loss. And the guys he beat were Dan Hooker and Tony Ferguson. And this was Ferguson like 4 fights into his losing streak too. Right? So you can't complain about these guys being boring, alright? Especially the grapplers. You know what? I take that back. You can, if you're gonna complain about boring fighters, complain about grapplers. But you can't complain about that is not Khabib. You cannot complain about these grapplers being boring. Some of them you can. I understand, like someone like Bilal. But someone like Khabib or Marab, these guys are always working on the ground. Like, let's see. I bet you I can pull up some of these guys' fight stats. Um, Look, in 2 rounds, Khabib threw 80 significant strikes. That's high output. That's not boring. Like, um, you know, these are exciting fights, dude. It's fun watching this guy just absolutely beat the crap out of people on the ground, you know? Let's go to the McGregor fight. Wait, that's Michael Chandler. What the heck? Why can't I? Khabib versus McGregor. Look, in 4 rounds, Khabib threw 120 significant strikes. I know it's not a ton, but that's still quite a few significant strikes, you know? That's not a little amount whatsoever. Like, they're not boring to watch. Then it really annoys me when people complain about Islam being boring. Islam is such a fun fighter to watch. And this dude finishes most people he fights. This was fake, so that don't count that. But look, submission, submission. TKO. Volk is the only person, but he did finish him. But in their first fight he didn't finish him. But before that he finished everyone. He was on a crazy streak since like 20 look, I think since 2019 he finished everyone. 2020 he didn't fight. 2021 submission, submission, submission. 2022 submission, TKO, KO decision, which he got in a TKO right after it in his next fight. Then when people complain about his inactivity, that's another thing to talk about. But these fights are not boring to watch, bro. This video, I didn't really have much to talk about. I just kind of started yapping and hoped it would kind of lead into a good video, and it did. I'm kind of just talking about random stuff, kind of saying the same stuff over again. But, like, do you understand what I'm saying? He's not even boring to watch. He gets so many finishes, and he's constantly... People are like, oh, he's diving for the leg. Well, of course he is. Would you want to stand with a guy like Poirier? Would you want to box or strike with Dustin Poirier? No way. Especially if you're a grappler. Who, by the way, this pure grappler that only dives for the legs, outstruck Dustin Poirier. So I don't even want to hear it. Screw you guys. Okay? He's not boring. Khabib wasn't boring. Izzy's a little boring, but I'm not going to complain because he wins. Leon, probably not the most boring, but he's boring. But he still wins, so it doesn't matter. Almeida, not boring. This dude finishes everyone. I'm gonna be honest. When he took down Alexander Romanov, I was like, this is gonna be a boring fight. But first off, I wasn't complaining about it. And second, he literally submitted him like a minute after I said that. This dude's grappling is next level. He's really good. Bilal, I mean, he doesn't get finishes. His wins are dominant. They're not very fun to watch, but at least he's winning, you know? Yeah, that's basically it. Zane, if you watch this full thing, I'm sorry that the video wasn't soothing like you usually say they are. I'll try to fix that in the next one, next video. Sorry guys, I can't leak the script. I can't tell you what the next video is gonna be. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching if you did somehow get this far. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.